What is that next step going to be with the learnings from Operation Sindoor? Very broadly, I'm thinking, obviously, code, software, range is going to be another aspect.
Anti-jamming.
Armaments and survivability to electronic warfare and jamming.
I would put that jamming as number one.
Yeah.
Because you need to have, jam resistant or if possibly jam proof drones
That's
going
the
through.
key.
And that, is a game of frequencies, of radar frequencies, of, jamming frequencies, of comms, of data links, all of that stuff. And, all of that has to be made stronger and more resilient to enable these drones to actually, if these drones go through, they'll hit their target. The thing is that it's these jamming measures which, it's the difference between success and failure. Look at what we actually did when our strikes went in to hit the Pakistani, air bases. We jammed out frontline Pakistani systems so our missiles could go through. In the same way, we have to ensure that our own drones, right, are not jammed, or even if they are able to discern the nature of the threat and go through.
It's going to be incredible, whether it is resistance to jamming. All the building blocks of these drones exist, and they've been proven, I think, in this combat, Vishnu, in terms of what they can do, what they're capable of doing in contested environments. Huge amount of data in terms of how they can be better jam resistant, longer range, more lethal, the ability to carry bigger warheads, etc., flexibility. I'm sure those things are going to happen. But one final point I'd like to make before we end this episode is it's also really heartening to see that it's not just the big companies. Obviously Adani's, Tatas are there. You've got Alpha Design and Zen and some of the others. Bharat Forge as well is getting into this space. But the large number of small companies that are doing this.
That's just fantastic. You've got students working on this.
Students just out of IITs. Idea Forge used to be an IIT incubation project.
You should see the average age of their leadership. It's incredible.
Is truly incredible. So just thinking out of the top of my head, I'm just wondering whether this will go some distance in reversing a bit of the brain drain that we keep whining about and complaining about in this country, because
I think
there's so much work to be done in this drone aerospace field.
I think that's very much the future. One of the areas which has a real future when it comes to our future, when it comes to our defense planning. These systems, and again, as we said a little while earlier on, the information, the data which they've picked up, the fact that you've got any number of these companies potentially having been embedded with the Indian Armed Forces, getting a sense firsthand about what it's all about, the nature of the Pakistani defenses, it's all something that they're going to work with to try and sort out for the future.